Hi people, and welcome back to my channel. So as this is in shot, I thought I'd just show you that I've literally just changed these drive cups. And the main reason why I changed them is they have got a slight bit of wear, like there's a bit of a groove in them. So these drive cups are actually for the central disc, so it's this one and this one. And the last ones that I changed was this one down here and the other one which is at the back here. So yeah, I've changed both of them sets of drive cups now, so this car should run pretty good. I just mentioned that just because this car is in shot, this car is going to be a little update on the HSP car. So I'm going to go grab that, get a couple of bits, and then I could show you guys some of the problems that I ran into and how I fixed them. So yeah, here is the HSP car, guys. I've got the aluminum chassis on there now as well. Yeah, so this car is getting there, but I'm going to show you some of the problems that I ran into, and hopefully it might help you guys fix some of your problems. But I'll get into that. It's funny because the buggy there is where that ESC came from, and that's where that motor came from. So the ESC and that motor came out of that buggy. And yeah, it is pretty quick, guys. I have ran this car, but there's a couple more things I want to do to it before I do a running video on it. But I'll get to that point right now because I'll show you some of the things that I had to do to get it this far. Right then, guys. So some of the problems I've had with this is mainly to do with the bearings in the carriers and the steering. Hang on, I'm gonna have to find the better way to show you. So on one of these carriers, not on the actual C-hub part, but on the actual steering link, one of them was just a little bit too short. The other one fit in and it was like snug, it was good, it was a good fitment. The other one had a bit of play in it, so it would bump up and down. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, to solve it, I just put a little spacer on it underneath, and then on the top I put some little washers. I don't know if you can quite see them, but just underneath the screws there's a little silver washer there. And again, it's because it had that bit of play. So by adding the washer underneath the screw, it eliminates the play. But obviously, don't do these screws that too tight, otherwise it'd jam your steering won't work. So the best thing to do is use a bit of thread lock, do it up so it's reasonably tight. Obviously check your steering, leave the thread lock to dry, obviously check your steering again once it's dried. And yeah, that should eliminate that problem. The next thing, like I said, was the bearings. The bearings fitting inside these aluminum hubs, they're quite loose. So for instance, if I so yeah, like I was saying with the bearings, because they're quite loose, like you get quite a bit of wobble in the wheels. But I have figured out a way how to eliminate some of the wobble. I haven't done the rear bearings, but I've done the front ones, and I'll show you how I did it now. So let's just say that this is your aluminum hub. This is the bearing you're going to put in. This might not be the right bearing here, but hang on. No, this one, because this one is actually a Tamio one, but it don't really matter for this one. But let's just say that that is the right one and it's loose. What I've done on these outside ones is I've used a bit of insulation tape like that, sticky side this side, so when you put the bearing onto it, that's going onto the sticky side of the tape. Then push the bearing into the hub. I find by doing that, just on the outside ones, it has helped eliminate a lot of the wobble. And the good thing is, these are the inside bearings, so the outside ones are quite small, they're like these, and then the inside of the hub are like these. So I'd recommend doing the same trick with the tape with these. So put these in first with tape, then take an X-Acto knife, cut off all the excess, put the other side in, do the same thing with tape, cut off the excess, cut out the hole, and you'll find then that that'll help hold the bearings in a lot tighter, and it will eliminate a lot of this wheel wobble. I think this wheel wobble is happening because this wheel's a bit loose. I assume probably ain't. Let's have a quick look at that. But yeah, I have actually done the front ones. I've done the front outside ones on this so far. So I'm going to have to do the outside ones on here and the inside, and do the insides on this one. Hold on. But yeah, I think if you do that trick with the tape on the inside and outside of the bearings, it'll definitely help. The other thing I ran into was battery. On the plastic chassis, the carrier for the battery comes, like, it's basically a carrier for a Tamiya battery. Excuse me guys, it's basically like a carrier for a Tamiya battery because it's kind of concaved, kind of like on a TT01 chassis. So with this, I had no real way of holding the battery in. So what I've done is, there's a little nut and a bolt there, a little nut and a bolt there. Then I've used some of that plastic face shield stuff. I literally cut it to size, marked where these holes are, just basically pop the holes in the plastic, and now I can fit the battery in there, which if you give me a sec I'll get one. So as you can see now, the battery won't come out, especially if I put the holder on. Let me put the holder on. So yeah, as you can see now guys, yeah, that battery's not going nowhere guys. Like, that's in there now. So yeah, that solved that problem. Like I said, if you use the tape on the bearings with the hubs, sorry, then yeah, that should eliminate quite a lot of the wobble. But you are still going to have some wobble because the CVDs that go through the bearings has also got wobble. So yeah, either way you're going to have wobble, but you can eliminate a lot of the bearing wobble by doing the tape trick, which I am planning on doing the inside ones, and I'll do the ones for the rear as well. Hopefully it'll sort most of it out, hopefully. Another thing as well, if you do go to do the aluminum upgrade, some people show switching these up to the top on the plastic ones. With the aluminum ones, leave them on the bottom, don't, because you can see that here where it's raised. Well, I suppose you could cut that off and then do it, but because this bit's raised, I wouldn't change it unless you cut this bit off. If you cut that off, for God's sake, keep it in shot. If you cut this bit off so it's flat, then you could put this arm at the top. But if not, put it at the bottom. But yeah, I've got the aluminum hub carriers as well for the rear. But yeah, I'm going to try the tape hide there. I will also put up a picture of the metal gearing that I've put in it. I've no idea what teeth the gearing is because it doesn't tell you on it. So I don't know what gearing the pinion is. I don't know what gearing the spur gear is. All I know is I tried this car with the middle-sized pinion, and it was getting to top speed like too quick. Like it was hitting it too quick. So I put the biggest pinion in it, and now it's not too bad. It's pretty good now. But yeah, like I said, I want to just get rid of some of this wheel wobble by putting some tape in the bearings. Hopefully that'll get rid of some more of it. And then I do also want to get the universal drive shafts for the back, because I forgot to order them when I ordered the front ones. Other than that, I think the only things I might get aluminum for it now would be this part. I'm definitely going to get this part because this is just way too flexy. I might get this part here, and I may or may not get the shock towers. Other than that, I'm leaving everything else. But yeah, that's the HSP car, guys. If you want, I'll quickly shove some batteries in there. I'll let you just quickly see it on the bench here. And then yeah, I'll call it after that. So yeah, I'm running it on a Traxxas radio, guys. I also Bluetooth module. And I'm mainly doing that so I can limit my steering, so I can use it to how far it turns. Mainly just to help so it doesn't put it too far and then make it all horrible. So yeah, I'll just quickly turn it on. I'm not going to lie, guys, it is pretty quick. And yeah, as I said, with the steering, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to unset the steering because I need to do them bearings. So I just have to undo all of this, do the bearings, then do this back up and thread lock it again so it stays in place. But once you do that, it'll stay there and the steering will be good. But anyway, that was a quick update on the HSP car. I said that I was going to do it. I'm just looking forward now to actually doing the run video for you guys so you can actually see it running. But like I said, I don't really want to do it until I've done the tape trick with the bearings. Once I've done that, I will do a run video on it. Give me 2 seconds. So yeah, and there it is, guys, the HSP car. It's nearly there, it's nearly done. Like I said, just finish off these few things. And then yeah, once I've done it, I'll take it out for a run, guys. I've actually found somewhere with a nice flat street as well, so I'll take it out there and do a video with it. But yeah, hopefully I'll be doing it soon. So please like and subscribe, leave any comments, and I'll see you next time.